Now buckle in, because this is the story of how one horrifying accident could alter everything the monarchy thought it knew. I'm your host, Hamza Sabir, and you're watching Mr. Darkman TV. What you're about to witness is not just a royal mishap, it's a slow-burning royal earthquake. An accident that looked simple at first glance, but as you'll see, it tore through tradition, exposed hidden cracks in the monarchy, and revealed a rebellious spirit in a young woman born to rule. This is not just a story about broken bones, it's a story about breaking expectations, rewriting futures, and shaking the palace walls from the inside. If you crave drama, secrets, and royalty under pressure, you've come to the right place. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more thrilling investigations into the royal world, because here at Mr. Darkman TV, we don't just follow the crown, we chase the truth behind it. It began on a day that was deceptively calm. No alarms. No public schedule. No international press hovering overhead. Just a royal daughter and her beloved horse, alone in the Dutch countryside. That young woman was Princess Catharina-Amalia, the heir to the throne of the Netherlands. A future queen. The firstborn of King Willem-Alexander and Queen Maxima, known to her friends as Amalia, and to her nation as the poised and intelligent Princess of Orange. Since childhood, Amalia's relationship with horses had been more than ceremonial, it had been personal. Her chestnut mare, Mojito, had been with her through it all, exams, public events, even moments of stress and media frenzy. But that June afternoon, everything changed. Somewhere along the trail, surrounded by whispering trees and rolling meadows, a sound pierced the calm. A scream. A loud thud. And then, deafening silence. Amalia had fallen. Her body hit the ground with such force that her upper arm snapped clean, the pain instantly white-hot and unforgiving. She lay there, stunned, breathless, staring up at the sky with a realization sharper than the break itself. Her entire royal schedule, every plan, every responsibility, was now uncertain. Within minutes, chaos quietly erupted behind palace walls. The Dutch royal house shifted into emergency mode. Security forces were mobilized. Medical specialists dispatched. The University Medical Center Utrecht cleared a surgical team. All under a veil of silence, because the world had not yet found out. But inside the gilded palace corridors of Huis Bosch, the real crisis was already in motion. That evening, Princess Amalia was in surgery. Her broken arm required titanium screws and a careful reconstructive procedure. Her recovery would be long and painful. And as the royal doctors mapped out her rehabilitation, palace officials were strategizing something else: how to manage the fallout. Should they tell the public the truth? Should they release a photo? Would revealing the details weaken the image of strength the monarchy worked so hard to protect? In the end, a cold, cautious statement was issued. Her Royal Highness the Princess of Orange underwent surgery for a fracture in her upper arm. The operation was successful. She is currently recovering at UMC Utrecht. That was it. No details. No context. No acknowledgement of the growing storm about to burst. Because this wasn't just about a fall, it was about timing. Just weeks away, Amalia was set to enter Defensie College, an elite military program for future Dutch reservists. It was a move that had stunned even some insiders: a princess training alongside cadets? Reading defense manuals, running tactical drills, studying warfare? But Amalia had wanted it. Craved it. Fought for it. It was a quiet rebellion against her sheltered image, a chance to show she was more than a ceremonial figure. Now, that bold plan was crumbling. Her second university degree, in Dutch law at the University of Amsterdam, was also at risk. Could she handle a grueling academic schedule, public duties, and intense physical rehab? Would she be seen as unstable? Was the princess, the future queen, too unpredictable for the traditional crown she was born into? Inside the palace, fear fermented. Her parents, especially the king, were shaken to their core. King Willem-Alexander raged, not out of blame, but out of powerlessness. This was not how the story was supposed to go. His heir, the girl he raised to lead, had been violently thrown into a spiral of uncertainty. Queen Maxima, known for her composure and grace, was deeply unsettled. She had always known the dangers of royal life, its cold glare, its expectations, but watching her daughter in pain brought the danger terrifyingly close. As Amalia lay in her hospital bed, arms suspended, mind racing, the world outside moved at a different speed. Her accident was now international news. Headlines screamed, "Royal heir injured," and "Princess Amalia undergoes emergency surgery." Paparazzi surrounded the hospital. Political voices began to murmur. Was the monarchy outdated? Why was a young royal allowed to ride unsupervised? Should there be a plan B if Amalia's recovery took longer than expected? That phrase, Plan B, was dangerous. Almost treasonous. But it was being whispered in the high halls of power. Because this wasn't just about Bones healing. It was about succession. Image. Legacy. And amidst it all, Princess Amalia began to feel something she'd never truly experienced before: freedom. Freedom to feel weak. To reflect. To question. Her injury, while painful, created space to ask deeper questions. Who was she doing this for? The crown? Her parents? The public? Or could she do it for herself? From her hospital bed, she watched the coverage unfold. The spin. The commentary. The fashion critiques. The fear. It disgusted her. All of it. Because beneath the makeup and speeches, she felt she didn't owe the world a thing. When her father visited, the air changed. King Willem-Alexander stood at her bedside and, for a moment, let go of the monarchy. He was just a father, eyes glassy, voice low. "You scared us," he whispered. "You scared me." Amalia looked up and said something she'd never dared say before. "I think it's time we talked about what I want." That sentence echoed through the palace like thunder. And just like that, the balance began to shift. Weeks later, the royal family reappeared. The summer photo call, delayed due to the accident, finally went ahead. But it was no ordinary royal PR stunt, it was a transformation. Cameras rolled. Questions flew. The princess stepped forward, arm in a sling, but head high. Her expression? Unshakable. She wore a floral cropped blouse, elegant, yet unapologetic. Her golden hair loose, her stance defiant. When a reporter asked about her plans, she replied with a calm steel, "I won't be returning to horse riding anytime soon. But I will be returning to my studies, to my duties, and to the people." In that single sentence, Amalia told the world, she wasn't broken. She was rebuilding. On her terms. Behind the scenes, insiders confirmed her military training was only delayed, not cancelled. Her law studies were still on. The image of a fragile princess was shattered. What emerged was a young woman in control of her image, her pain, her power. Old royal advisors called her difficult. Arrogant. A risk. But those watching closely saw something deeper. This accident didn't crush her, it forged her. Her fall didn't break her spirit. It burned away her illusions. And in the wreckage, Amalia found the truth: she could honor the crown without being chained to it. She could be a queen not molded by tradition, but refined by fire. As autumn arrived, and the palace gates slowly closed again, a new chapter had begun. No longer just the girl who rode Mojito across golden fields, she was a future monarch with scars and strength. Ready not just to inherit a title, but to reshape it. And so, dear viewers, remember this. Sometimes, it takes a fall to rise. Sometimes, a broken bone becomes the backbone of a legacy. And sometimes, a princess becomes a queen long before she wears the crown. Thank you for watching Mr. Darkman TV. I'm Hamza Sabir, and if this story gave you chills, if you felt the weight of destiny crash into rebellion, then hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe right now. We'll keep chasing the hidden truths of the royal world, because sometimes, behind the crown, lies a story the palace never wanted you to know. Until next time, stay curious. Stay watching. And remember, even the crown can crack.